Hey, we're back with some more Let's Play Polite. In the last part, we beat Myra, the person who speaks in the third person, or second person, they're going to call it. In this part, we're going to finish out the second half of the gym leaders, hopefully. So, first, next off, we have the 5th gym leader in Platinum Order, which will be Crasher Wake. I think he's 4th in Diamond for a little, but I'm doing Platinum Order because cool time. Alright, my Pokemon already got toughened up. Stormy White Waters. They'll see you can throw them in, and victory will be ours. Come on, let's get it done. That's the spirit. Bring it on! And there's Crasher Wake with his big bulging muscles once more, and his awesome theme song. Crash, crash, crash awake. Oh, those are good times. Okay, so he's going to be leading off with a Sharpedo, apparently a dark water type, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, it's pretty much introduced in the 3rd generation, and is a really frail water type, to be honest. And it's a mixed water type with decent speed, but it's just so frail. I mean, Thunderbolt, if this wasn't resisted, it probably, if this wasn't super effective, it still would probably kill, because Sharpedo, you're dead now, and these parts are just gonna get progressively easier as my levels increase, so not worried about too much in terms of just general hereditude. So that's gonna be a thing. He goes to Quagsire, his ground type, because he's like, haha, I'm immune to your waterness and stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna go into my grass type now, and now I'm just going to Woodhammer you. If I remember correctly, this fight was like by far the easiest one, Crasher Wake here, because yeah, I'm just so far I've one-shotted both of his guys. Only has 3 more guys left, so not me seeing much more difficulty in this fight. Woodhammer's gonna take out the Quagsire, and that is going to be a successful thing. At this point in time, I've recorded all of the fights except for one, which I'm going to do live for the finale-ish kind of thing, which, you know, is going to be the Elite Four and the Champion Battle rematches and whatnot, and yeah, so that's going to be a fun time. I may record that today, I don't know yet, huh? I'm not kind of a lost lately, but I cannot for the life of me find a good battle. I battled a Milo the other day on a stream, and it was like I just completely destroyed him, and I was like, my god, I can't find a good battle. I need a good battle. I can't find any. I keep beating people too well. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Maybe I just need to build a decent OU team and start playing some more UU, because I've been playing nothing but UU recently. Gyarados is going to die to a Thunderbolt, nothing much to say there. It's dead. It's going to die after the HP goes to 0, because it's a Gyarados that's 4 weak to it, and Magnezone has a shit ton of special attack. But yeah, I just can't find a decent battle, and it's just like, man, this is like being in utter pain. Ludicolo is a grass water type. It's pretty interesting since, you know, that typing's pretty key because it does get rid of a lot of weaknesses that water types usually have. Getting rid of its grass weakness, getting rid of its electric weakness, and the grass and water kind of complement each other enough. They still have a few weaknesses from the grass side, like the flying and bug weakness. I believe there's only 2 weaknesses they have is flying and bug, actually. So I go into Togekiss because I can just air slash it, and it'll probably die. And this is his strongest Pokemon, oddly enough, is Ludicolo. Of all those Pokemon is Ludicolo, why not Gyarados? Why not a 4th gen Pokemon which more so represent his team, like his Floatzel? His Floatzel is probably his main key Pokemon, but I don't know. Okay, it doesn't die actually. Great and best. Ludicolo does have a decent special defense, I guess, but still, I'm still impressed to survive despite being 5 levels higher, and does have the Ice Beam, which will do a lot, but it won't kill Togekiss because it's my Togekiss. My Togekiss is really, really, really awesome if you haven't noticed, and it's going to live with tons of HP. I'm not going to freeze, which is also kind of surprising, but Mother Slash gonna take it out, and down goes the Ludicolo. You know what's annoying about this recording this post is that I feel like I'm recording like a competitive match, and that's really annoying me. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like my narration style is like a lot more similar to like how I narrate competitively. I haven't even narrated a battle in forever because I haven't recorded anything in forever. I'm trying, but I don't even know. Maybe I'll look for some more battles today. But I also want to spend more time just, you know, leveling up and breeding. And when's the last time I've bred something? Holy crap, it's been forever. I want to do a Spirit Tomb because I need more spin blockers and UU. Because all I do is UU no matter what. Floatzel is supposed no longer main Pokemon here. Brine is not going to do much because I'm not under half, and that's going to do like so little because Floatzel is more of a physical attacker anyways. Thunderbolt's going to take that thing. I think all of his Pokemon except for the Ludicolo died to 1 hit. Nothing on his team posed even a remote threat. So Crasher Wake, you are really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. I'm sorry, but that was just not hard remotely. Yeah, this puts a grin on my face. Haha, that was a blast, and I get double money because I used to kiss hooray, and you know, all this money. But with all that training, I do pretty tougher than me. I'm stronger than you get. My father's roar. He talks about harsh and long. Besides, the best way for Pokemon engineering the way. God, so I had to do that. So magical editing time because as you see how Byron and Candice were there. Well, I was recording this like at a weird time, so it actually changed back when I came back and they weren't there anymore. So I was like, wait, this is this now is in a completely different day, which is why the people still changed. But Byron and Candice are back, so that's nice. And he talks about his son there, which is kind of interesting. I think there's actually custom dialogue that can happen if Roark and Byron are in the same room. But anyways, here we got the Steel type Byron, 6th member back in Canaleo City, who is a pretty interesting guy because Steel type one of the core types in the game. And you know, he has that shovel again. I gotta mention the shovel every time because that's what I do. So you know, Houndoom's gonna be a clutch member for this time because you know Steel types don't like fire, if you haven't heard. So Flamethrower should easily take out the Skarmory. I was thinking I didn't really feel like I needed to go for the Fire Blast, and I was pretty confident that a Flamethrower would be able to take it out, and it does because it's a Skarmory. That'll bring Houndoom to level 60. To join the level 60. Is Houndoom my first member to level 60? I think it may be. We're getting on up there in levels now, dang. I was hoping to be at least 60, and I'm learning Nasty Plot. This is a huge thing, because I was like, dang, Nasty Plot, I really want that. I didn't even know Houndoom learned Nasty Plot below. I had no clue that Houndoom learned Nasty Plot below. I didn't even mention that in the bio, surprisingly, because I didn't even know Houndoom could learn Nasty Plot. I thought it was a breeding move, so I decided to get rid of Thunderfang. What I'm gonna do later is probably get rid of Crunch and teach Dark Pulse because of this, just so it has a full special set instead of a mix set, just because, you know, it has Nasty Plot now, so there's no real point of having Crunch when I can have Dark Pulse and I still have the TM. So I'm probably gonna change that, probably on screen just to show, but that's the thing that I've noticed, so yeah, Crunch is probably gonna leave now, and I'll just replace that with Dark Pulse. But I had no idea it was Nasty Plot. I did get rid of Thunderfang for it there. I do lose a lot of coverage, but having full coverage is not great for in-game, just because, you know, you have other members of your team you can switch out and into a lot easier, so I don't really feel like I needed Thunderfang that much. It didn't even come in handy as much as it could have, so yeah, I just got rid of Thunderfang, so I lose a little bit of coverage. I only have staff moves now, but I'll deal with it. That was a Steelix that just died to a Fire Blast, and yeah, Houndoom's kind of wrecking train right now. Bastiodon I'm not confident I can kill just because of its neutrality to fire, and the fact that Bastiodon has a ton of special defense, so I think I'll just probably go into Torterra or Gyarados. Torterra looks like, yeah, because Stab Earthquake's better than not Stab Earthquake, I guess. And this fight really isn't that much harder than Pressure Wake. Again, I'm very disappointed in you, Byron. What are you doing? Become harder. Challenge me. I'm pretty sure this will kill, and hopefully it does, because this thing probably still likes to Metal Burst things back to me, and that will not be a very pleasant thing. Yeah, it does die, so that was really easy. This is just ridiculously easy. Another thing that's X4 weak to ground. Okay, let's just stay in and Earthquake that thing too. I don't know why the AI says let's go into Aggron. Aggron is his main Pokemon here. I think Roark may have mentioned that his dad had an Aggron now. I think something like that maybe. So that may be a thing that I neglected to mention, but yeah, his mains now is this level 65 Aggron. Aggron's Pokemon introduced in the 3rd generation has a ton of defense. By a ton, I mean, like, I'm not surprised that it lived that X4 effective Earthquake from a stab Pokemon. This thing has, I believe, 180 base defense. I think his Steelix has 200, so Steelix still has more. But this thing also carries the Metal Burst, just like his Bastiodon would, and that's going to probably take out my Torterra because it did so much. So that really sucks, but yeah, this Aggron will live a lot of physical hits. This thing, like, is ridiculously defensive, and hitting it specially is highly recommended. This thing, it has a ton of attack too, by the way. I think it's like 111, 110 attack, and it doesn't have Head Smash, because Head Smash didn't get until Harsh Cold Soul Silver, with that Rock Head, and that big Rock Head and whatnot. But this thing is still, you know, really it has a lot of defenses, and I don't know why I didn't Earthquake. The Earthquake would have done more, but I don't know what I was thinking. Who knows about my past self. Anyways, what's his last? What Steel type is Magnezone, I'm gonna guess? Yeah, Magnezone. Okay, cool. Again, I'd love to do Magnezone mirror matches, because a lot of things apparently have Magnezones in the battleground, but Magnezone can't do anything to Magnezone, and I was like thinking of switching, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm probably faster, because Gyarados has higher base speed, and it's not that many levels higher than me, so I can just Earthquake it, and it will die, so X4 effective Earthquake, he has, what, 3 of his guys are X4 weak to ground. And in fact, all of his guys are weak to ground except for the Skarmory, I guess. So, yeah, that's a way to beat him, I guess. And a lot of his guys are weak to fighting, except for the Skarmory. Well, I guess he has Skarmory for coverage, I guess. I don't know, Mono Steel is usually the best mono type to deal with if you haven't heard. There goes Gyarados reaching level 60, so yeah, all my guys are getting level 60. Was Togekiss level 60? I wasn't paying attention, because I don't pay attention much. Sturdy Pokemon were defeated. A lot of Pokemon actually did have the ability Sturdy, because your Skarmory did, your Aggron can, your Steelix can. Sturdy is a very common ability on Steel types. Now it talks about Roark there, I guess, and something about Too Embarrassing, wasn't really paying attention. So I'm just gonna go back and heal and have some magical editing cuts as I come straight back, and Candice will be waiting for me for the next ice typeness of Candice Osity. So, let's see. gonna lead with Houndoom probably because, oh look, see, three of my guys are 60, so I'm gonna go with Magnezone instead since Magnezone isn't level 60, and, you know, gotta spread those levels wrong. Candice is on fire. What? I'm blazing hot. What? Enough to melt my ice-type Pokemon. I need a battle to cool me down. Okay, I'll show you how good Candice... No! I mean how good my Pokemon can be. Good, good. You corrected yourself, Candice. You really scared me there. I thought you were gonna talk to yourself in the third person. Do not be like Myra. Do not do that, man. Don't do it. And yeah, she's not wearing enough clothes. But I guess it doesn't matter here because she's not Snowboard State anymore. So that comment is null and void. But yeah, I'm gonna be using Magnezone. Even Magnezones are almost level 60 right now, so it's not gonna matter much. But I can just, you know, Flash Cannon like all over teams. Like I think I may have mainly done last time. I think I mainly used Magnezone over Houndoom. And the last, when we originally had this fight in Snow Point City, I did have Magneton back then, yeah I did, I remember it was a Magneton back then, good times, good times. So, yeah, Fairy Attack does nothing, all of our Pokemon really can't do anything to hit Magnezone even neutrally, so I can just kind of just stay in and Flash Cannon everything, because super effective and stab, it's gonna kill everything, so... That is pretty much the game plan here. It won't be that difficult of a thing to do, and, you know, getting those levels up there. I got over 200 now. I'm running Zap Cannon. A lot of Pokemon are learning levels now. Zap Cannon, this was the reason why I was thinking of keeping Lock On a while back, because I knew I'd eventually learn Zap Cannon, because with that combination I'd be able to use a 120 base power move, and then just for a 2-turn move, and always paralyze would be very useful. But I did get rid of Lock On for, I believe, Flash Cannon, I want to say. I don't remember what I think actually, no, I got rid of it for Magnet Rise, and I decided, you know what, Magnet Rise is still probably going to be a little bit more useful for the last little butt end of this game rather than Zap Cannon, since I already got rid of Lock On and I don't really want to get rid of Magnet Rise. I don't want to get rid of two of my moves for that combination, because I already have Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon and Magnet Rise and Thunder Wave is also a move I think could be very useful. Even though I'm not catching anything anymore, it's still a useful move to have on my team, so I just want to keep it for that reason. Mamoswine comes in. Mamoswine is a very interesting Pokemon. I talked about a lot in the bios. Never got to talk about Pokemon directly. Great Pokemon, lots of attack, and it's really, really fair on the special side. So hit it with like a Surf or a Flamethrower, and it'll probably die one hit. It does have a lot of HP though, so hitting it physically, since it does have a lot better physical defense, won't be doing that much. But hitting it specially will be a highly recommended thing. It's kind of fast. Isn't that fast? I believe it's 80 base speed, so don't be expecting it to be super slow, but it usually can get outsped pretty easily. Glaceon is her main Pokemon apparently. And yeah, I'm excited to show off my new nasty plot here, get that big +2 special attack right there with that awesome nasty plotness. Didn't expect her to have Water Pulse, because Glaceon has a shit ton of special attack. It's going to be doing a ton of damage, not to mention the fact it's super effective. But I was pretty sure I can live it, and I do, which is nice. So I know at this point, a +2 Flamethrower, I should be able to take out the Glaceon. Despite Glaceon having great special defense, not enough to live a +2 super effective stab Flamethrower, and I think I have the Charcoal on this thing as well, but Glaceon's going to die, which is good, because death is really good in video games in general. We say die a lot in video games, it's just how we take death so lightly in video games. It's just how things work. Frostlass is a Pokemon that I know will outspeed me. I'm just kind of hoping that doesn't have anything to really hurt me with, so I'm just going to stay in here and just go for the Flamethrower, I believe, or maybe I heal. And he just ends up setting the Hail, I guess, kind of hoping for the Snow Cloak hacks and whatnot. She had a Frostlass last time, I believe, too, but she didn't have a Glaceon, though, which is interesting, because she could have had a Glaceon. I don't know why they didn't give her a Glaceon if they wanted to give her one for the Battleground fight, but I'm not who decides what Pokemon they have on teams. In fact, her team doesn't have many national Pokemon on her team, really. It's kind of interesting. I don't think there has been any so far. Maybe I'm just misremembering her team from what was there, but I don't remember anything, so... yeah. That's a thing. I wasn't even looking up what's next, so we'll see. It is Abomasnow. Of course, her Hailbringer. I don't know, she really should lead with this and make her a little bit more of a threat, because, you know, Hail for the rest of her team buffers a lot of her stuff, and if she had Blizzard a lot more of her guys, and make her just a bigger threat in general, but I'm not here to tell you what to do, and I think all of her Pokemon from Sinnoh, because she had Weavile, and she had this Abomasnow, she had Frostlass, she had Glaceon. Yeah, I think all the Pokemon are from Sinnoh. That's kind of weird. I don't know why she doesn't have any national Pokemon. Just because Sinnoh's a cold region has lots of ice types to make up for Hoenn's lack of ice types. Either way, Flamethrower's a freaking overkill and it dies. The Mighty Worthy, I deserve respect because I'm just that good. Good game, Candice. Aw, I was going to go train myself and throw a focus punch myself. So first you're burning yourself, which is super effective, and now you're gonna focus punch yourself. That doesn't make any sense, Candice. What is wrong with you? Why are you punching yourself? You're weak to fighting in fire. Do you not know this? Oh, whatever. That is just weird, and... Oh, what? Oh, God, Candice... I think Candice is like a masochist or something, and she likes to just cause herself as much pain as possible. That is what I'm drawing right now, that she likes to inflict tons and tons of pain on herself. That is what I figured out. I'm just going to, before doing the next one, which will be the final one, we're going to be doing a little bit of a stat training, because if you saw there, we see Riley. So we were going to be doing Riley, and interesting thing about Riley I never actually mentioned is that Riley is kind of based off of the character from Pokemon movie 8, which is Sir Aaron, because of his relationship with Lucario and whatnot, so Riley was based off him. Long time no see. Remember him? He was the guy from Iron Island. We helped out with the Team Galactic shenanigans, and yeah, we're gonna be battling Riley now. He is the stat trainer for attack, as you will not be able to tell because Lucario has more special attack than attack, whatever. He's off with an Absol. Absol has 130 base attack. It is pretty much just a glass cannon, like a lot of his Pokemon will be, because it's really frail, it's not even that fast, and it's really just hit it and it will probably die kind of scenario. If it's if it's a fighting move, it'll definitely die, but not too much to worry about. Those Swords Dances can get a little dangerous. I'm not sure if this thing has access to priority. I'm not sure if this thing has Sucker Punch. If this thing does have Sucker Punch, it would be a lot more dangerous for Pokemon, but I'm not sure if it has it. I don't think I gave it a chance to use it. I'm pretty sure it should be able to live this Earthquake just because Pangea isn't as offensive as it could be, but it does bring it down to a point where I can just kill it off, and I don't even know what I'm doing down there in the menu. I'm not sure what I was doing. I switch out here. Why am I switching out? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going into Gyarados. I think right there I may have been predicting the Sucker Punch in case he may have had it, and I wanted to get the Intimidate off, but it just goes for Cyber Cut, so I'm assuming that he doesn't have the Sucker Punch, so don't have to worry about that Swords Dance Sucker Punch shenanigans. And Cyber Cut fails to be a 2KO after the +1 after the Intimidate, so I can just kill it off with a Waterfall or Earthquake or Ice Fang. It doesn't really matter, but Absol is going to die. So yeah, Riley's based off of that guy, Lucario Mystery Mew, and you know, he has a Lucario, and I guess that's what they were thinking with him. I don't know. Riley was an interesting character. I don't know why they brought him back based off Sir Aaron. I thought that was kind of a weird call on Game Freak's part to do that, because they don't like to reference the anime as much as they used to, like in Yellow. But they did it, and it was kind of odd. Okay, Mence is his next Pokemon. Mence has 135 attack, coupled with 100 base speed, and a great special attack stat, but this Mence is purely physical, so don't have to worry about that. But Mence is a hard Pokemon takedown. I mean, it was Uber for this generation, so this thing will probably be a dick, because it is a, what's it called? What are those things called? Pseudo legendaries. Those things are hard. It is like Garchomp, except not quite as good as Garchomp, but it's like the second best pseudo legendary in the game, pretty much. In Gen 4 at least, because everyone knows Dragonite is not the best, but still. Actually, well, Garchomp's still better, but still. Going into my Magnezone, knowing I can live probably one hit, hoping he didn't have the Earthquake, and thank God he didn't, and I was able to just get a T-Wave off, because this thing is going to be a little bit of a jerk. Because this thing does have really good bulk as well. I believe its defenses are 95, 80, 80, which are great defenses, surprisingly. So this Thunderbolt will still do a lot, like over half, but it's still not going to be easy to take down without an ice move. My team does not have any ice attacks on it, except for my Ice Fan with Gyarados, which is kind of terrible, and I can't really switch in because of the Intimidate, so I have to slow it down first, whittle it down with Thunderbolt just to make sure that my Ice Fan from Gyarados will take it out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go into my Gyarados and going to Ice it. Other than that, it is weak to move. It is weak to Rock, I believe, as well, and I think that's it, though. What else are this thing weak to? I think I just Rock and Ice. There's probably something else I'm like forgetting. Well, Dragon, I guess. Dragon's weak to Dragon, but how reliable is that really? So I'm gonna just, you know, hit it with a nice Fang, and it hopefully doesn't miss, and it doesn't, and that's gonna take out these Salamence. Interesting he gave him a Salamence. I don't know. I just find that a little bit more odd. I don't know. It just feels odd when I have a Salamence. I don't know why. It doesn't really feel. I know he's attacking and whatnot, but Mence is a great mixed attacker, and I guess his Lucario doesn't make much sense either when he gets to that Pokemon. Ursaring has 120 in attack. I am gonna go look this up right now, because I am not gonna have myself not knowing something about something. Let's see, Smogon, Ursaring. Let's go Ursaring. I can just go to Smogon and go to NU. That's what I can do instead. Anytime I'm ever looking for a Pokemon, I just use Smogon because I know it's here. Everything's in 4th gen. Lagging because I'm recording at the same time. Hooray. What's happening on screen? It used Shadow Claw on me. Oh no, and it got a crit. That's annoying. Let's see. Just a sec. Ursaring's not in you. Why would Ursaring be NU? Is it really not here? It's not NU, and it wasn't NU in Generation 4. That is something I did not know. So it's UU then. It is UU. I had no idea. 130 attack. I thought it was 130. 130 attack. It is very slow and very frail. Well, it's not that frail. Defenses 90 HP and 75 defenses is okay, I guess. It can live like one hit. It did live my thing there barely, so that's a thing, and he's gonna waste his full restore on this, which is a huge waste of time, Riley. You have way better Pokemon than this Ursaring. Ursaring is Pokemon introduced in the second generation as a Bear-type Pokemon, which is a decent Pokemon. I never actually got to use one in Generation 2, just because it kind of sucks. It's really, really slow. I'm gonna use the word Glass Cannon again, but it's just like, why have all that attack when you're just not fast enough to get out? You're just gonna get outsped and take a lot of damage because your defenses aren't that great. And this thing does have the Avalanche, but I have been setting up curses on it because I have been paying attention remotely to what I'm doing here. So this Avalanche will still do a lot, but it won't do enough to kill me here, even after the boost it gets from me doing damage prior, because Avalanche is a negative priority move. In fact, it has the lowest priority of any move that does damage, interestingly enough. So what I can do here is I can just keep Power Potion, because the most he can do to me is Avalanche, and if he Avalanches when I don't attack him, it does half the damage it would have done, so I am really safe here from him to do anything really dangerous. If he decides to do anything else, like Shadow Claw, which he's probably going to do here, and I was going to Aerialize, okay. It will do under half, and that's not really a threat as much either. Even though after all the curses I am slower than him, there's nothing he can do to kill me with 2 hits. Even with that crit, he's not going to kill me with the second Aerialize, but I think I'm going to play it safe here and heal again, really? I'm such a wimp. Wow, I'm such a wimp. I don't know why I use that. I didn't even need to use that Revolution, because another Aerialize wouldn't have killed me, and if he Avalanched, he would have gone second, I could have just finished him off, but whatever, why critique my past self like that? I don't know why. I need to Avalanche here because I didn't attack him, instead I just healed. It will do, like, under half, because that's how Avalanche works, like I already said. It's 65 base power, perfect accuracy, physical ice-type move. I may have talked about when I picked up the TM, if I did pick up the TM, because I know there's an Avalanche TM in this game. So yeah, it's a decent ice-type move, isn't that great, though. Like, Pokemon like Weavile and Mamoswine probably shouldn't teach it just because they aren't that bulky enough to really live a hit and then deal damage, so that's a thing. But Pangea hits level 60, which is huge, because that's like every guy except for one of them, I believe, are now level 60, so that's a thing. Lucario, the weird thing about Lucario is Lucario has 110 attack, but its special attack is 150, and so I don't understand why this thing is part of his... Well, I don't know why he's really the stat of attack, because this thing has more special attack than attack, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But either way, it has a lot of attack, but it has more special attack, but it doesn't get to use, and this thing is super frail, as I may have talked about with Maylene. Both fights, and, you know, it is steel fighting type, so that's a lot of resistances. But if you can find a weakness, it's probably going to die. This thing has Pivot and defenses. If you hit it neutral, you'll probably do like 75% depending on what you're hitting it with, but Earthquake easily takes it out. Even if I didn't have any boosts, I still would have taken it out, so... And last is a Metagross, another pseudo-legendary. He has 2 pseudo-legendaries on his team. Holy crap. He has both Metagross and Salamence, 2 pseudo-legendaries from Hoenn. That's pretty interesting. Metagross was special because it was one of the only times introduced... In fact, it was the only time they introduced 2 pseudo-legendaries inside one generation, being Metagross and Salamence. Metagross is a Steel Psychic-type Pokemon with 135 base attack and 130 base defense, so it is an amazing tank. Also has, I believe, 70 HP and 95 special defense, so in general, this thing's defenses are through the roof. Because of all the defense boosts that Pangea got from spamming Curse, because all of his Pokemon are physical, so I can just set up a Curse, and that was my strategy to do it in the first place. Set up a bunch of Curses and sweep his team. But Hammer Arm does nothing just because of those boosts. But don't let that surprise you. Metagross is a hard Pokemon takedown, and the best bet is probably use a special fire move on it or something like that. Because physical moves, like even Earthquakes, won't be doing as much as you would have liked. But that is Riley for the down, and that just leaves 2 stat trainers and 1 gym leader by the name of Volkner. It's time we battle sometimes. Great how trainers interact, so yeah. That just leaves the final gym leader. That is awesome. So we're on TylerAlman then. I arrived on TylerAlman then. What? Perhaps we should have never met. Or should we have met elsewhere? Okay. That's nice. You're weird. I guess he's saying that we were destined to meet, but that's fine. Anyways, next time, Pokemon Platinum, we will finally battle the final gym leader and the final stat trainer. Sort of, kind of. I'll see you guys then.